Right, first things first. Sorry for we're a bit late this week. It's been a crazy weekend in every sense of the word. So let's get started on our British GP Festival of Motocross Spectacular.
This is the plug.
We'll start by talking about the event as a whole. The track, the crowd, the classes, the racing and the atmosphere. Or should I say lack of atmosphere. The GP Festival of Motocross felt a bit more like a Max's British Championship round than an international super show. But why exactly was this? The track was awesome, the organisation and the track access was great. No one can ever argue that there wasn't enough races to watch. There was loads! And the best damn riders in the world were there to throw it down. Even if they only did fill up about half of the gates. Maybe it's because the price at the gate to get in is a whopping 50 quid. And for some reason it's an extra £15 just if you want to roam the paddock. Maybe that puts some people off. But saying that is nothing compared to other sports. How much were tickets to the Champions League final again? 14 grand. But that still sold out. Maybe it was a lack of major promotion in the local area to encourage non-MX fans to come along and enjoy the best sport in the world. They should take a leaf out of the Red Bull Pro Nationals book. I don't know exactly what they do, but they manage to attract the local population to all of their events. Or maybe it was the awesome TV coverage of the whole event. I mean, I managed to come home from the Redden Festival stinking of booze and piss, park my ass on a sofa and watch hours upon hours of motocross action. From the 65s all the way to the veterans and everything in between. All before even thinking about even having a shower. Which everyone in my house really appreciated. I've never seen so much motocross on the Sky Plus planet in my entire life. It was great! So with this I was able to catch all of the action from the MX Fest. Even though I've been all but dead to the world for the past 5 days. So maybe people don't feel the need to go and watch in person, as they can see it better on TV anyway. But that's a real shame. Nothing beats the thrill of watching a motocross race in person. Apart from being in the motocross race. And who doesn't want to see Caroli claiming the title? Spoiler alert. Oh crap. I meant to say that before I say it, aren't I? So there's a few reasons why the crowd at Matterley looks so sparse on TV. Although I could be wrong. The sheer vastness of the Matterley Basin circuit dwarfs the crowd every single year. So I could be wrong. There could have been loads of people there, just dotted in different pockets and different sections of the vast circuit. And the atmosphere could have been buzzing. But some of the other members of the Toofast Films crew have told me differently. Hey ho, at least the racing was pretty damn good. There's some pretty huge jumps in Matterley, and apparently there's a fair few kids with pretty huge cojones too, with the majority of the 85cc lads nailing the majority of the huge jumps, and young Mr. Dankers on his little 65s also hitting these monsters. It's safe to say these kids are nuts. And I'm proud to say probably the nuttiest of them all is a fellow Englishman. Conrad Mewes was the first thing we had to cheer about this weekend. At Matterley, the young English lad added the European 85cc Championship to the world title he won a few weeks ago. An impressive achievement that he can really be proud of. And we can all now start to boast about our latest threat on the world stage. The world better watch out for Conrad Mewes. Continuing on the festival part of this weekend's GP, a quick get well soon to Josh Waterman. He had a huge get off this weekend over the finish line double whilst leading the amateur super final race. If you don't believe how huge it was, check the video at the end of the show. The link's in the description. Get well soon, Josh. I'd be here all day if I talked about all of the classes that raced on the weekend. Just a quick shout out to an old riding buddy of mine, Leonie Smith, for competing in her first ever GP on Saturday and then heading to Belgium on Sunday to race in the Women's European IMBA Championships. Now that's what you call a crazy weekend. Also congrats to Natalie Kane for killing it at the GP and getting the overall. Turns out that the girls have bigger cojones than me too. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Without Hurling's MX2 is wide open. The second moto this weekend proved just that. At one point there was 8 guys fighting for the first 2 positions. And the overall must have switched hands at least 3 or 4 times in the last 10 minutes of the race. Now that's truly great racing. And what made it even more exciting for me and every other British fan watching was that our own Jake Nichols was one of those guys right in the mix fighting for the overall. Although he didn't quite clinch the win, Jake provided us with some of the biggest thrills of the weekend and truly gave us something to cheer about. He's a solid pick for our MX Nations team. And yes, like I guessed last week, the team was announced at Matterley Basin this weekend. And we've got Jake Nichols, Tommy Searle and Sean Simpson. And I really feel confident for Tuchenthal. Jake really seems to be stepping into his stride at the moment. I think Sean can give us some really consistent rides. And Tommy has the speed to potentially do some serious damage. Bring it on! I think it's about time for a podium finish for Team GB. In more news announced this weekend, Max Anstey has signed for the Bike at Dixon Yamaha team for the 2014 season. It's gonna be good to see Max back on the British team, and hopefully he can finally fulfill his true potential. Yeah, that's right, this guy.
Yo, I'm Max Anstey, I rock the 9-9. The rest of the competition can't catch me. I come from Newbury, England, straight to your homeland. I'm a 250F man, let's take the trophies out your his hand. Jay Pizzle's got my bike sounding, I'm gonna go start pounding them laps before I lapse the whole class and smoke them fools like hippies smoke a fat pound of grass. Now that I've wrecked the amateur set, I'm gonna take it to the pros. I'm stay on my toes and goes as far as I can go until I burn them Joes like Devin burns my toast, until I steal the titles from both fucking coasts. Y'all.
Anyway, back to the festival and MX1. It was Cairoli's weekend. The guy is a championship winning machine and he loves to put on a show. He didn't need to win that first moto to claim the championship. He didn't need to beat Clement de Sal to claim the championship. But he did both of those things and he claimed the championship in style. And man, does he know just how to celebrate it. A ghost ride into the arms of his adoring team, all dressed head to toe in Tony Cairoli gear, then going on to give one of the best post-race interviews in the history of everything, saying that he'll go for the win in Moto2 if he doesn't get too drunk celebrating during the break. What a legend! Just take a look at this exclusive footage. He's a 7-time champion, he's a true motocross legend and one of the best ever. And he's still going strong. Unfortunately, he didn't quite get to finish Moto2 in the same style as he did Moto1 due to bike problems. But I've got a feeling he may have just started to feel the effects of the alcohol a tiny little bit. Either way, he's a true and deserving champion. Congrats, Tony. As always, my name's Toofast Max and this is a... Wait, what? Really? There was an AMA round this weekend? Are you sure? Really?
We have just finished an awesome day of racing here at Lake Elsinore in California for the last round, the complete final of the Lucas Oil Pro Motocross Championship. Let's go and take a look through the races of what happened today, and I'll catch you afterwards with one of our rookies.
In many ways, you could say that motocross in the United States started right here, literally in Lake Elsinore. The scene of many an epic show in the great film.
Oh, you were right. You didn't miss much. Eli Tomac won and Ryan Villapoto won. Same old, same old. Bring on Supercross, that's all I can say. Right, we've got one round left of the World Championships in 2 weeks' time at Lirot. My questions for you this week are, should Jeffrey Hurlings return? And Do you want Jeffrey Hurlings to return? No offence, Jeff, but I sure hope not. The racing is awesome at the moment. As always, I'm Toofast Max. This has been The Plug. And if you've liked this show, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to our channel. And also go check out dirtbikerider.com for all your latest motocross news. And finally, if you like what you've seen and you want to see more, click right here to see more.